I'm often been asked this question. What was the first thing that I did when I started my business? And I think it's such a great question because when I started my business, I really didn't know what I was doing. Hello there, welcome back to the Morning Manifestation. I'm often been asked this question. What was the first thing that I did when I started my business? And I think it's such a great question because when I started my business, I really didn't know what I was doing. I did not have entrepreneurial parents. I had not been to college or university. I had no experience running a business. But what I did have was a desire. And I had a desire to make a positive difference in the world, and I had a desire to be my own boss and to have the freedom to do what I wanted when I wanted. Now that was a very exciting endeavor for me, and yet a little scary as well because I really didn't know what I was doing. So the first thing that I did was I determined the name of the business based on what I would be bringing to the world. So for example, my company is called Dynamic Destinies, Inc. The reason why I called it Dynamic Destinies, Inc. is because I really wanted to communicate a business name that was strong and that was focused on helping people get to their destiny, achieve their destiny, live their best life. And so I created a name that was a good match for the purpose of the business. That was one of the first things that I did. Does that have to be the first thing that you do? No, it does not have to be the first thing that you do. To me, it felt like a natural first thing to do. Another thing that I did very early on, or one of the first things that I did, was I established a model, a revenue model of what the business would be offering, the services that I'd be bringing to the world, the products, etc., and what I would be charging for those services, the cost of establishing those services, the potential profit in delivering those services, the number of clients that I would love to have. So I created a revenue model, something that I could really point my finger to. It was something a little more tangible that allowed me to get a greater clarity on what the business would be. Now remember this, if you are thinking about creating a business or you're thinking about establishing a new source of income or multiple sources of income, you don't have to know the details. You do have to decide what you would love. And now I believe it's important to set outcomes in advance. I do that in my business all the time. I was working on that before I recorded this morning manifestation video for you. I was setting objectives for the business. I do this with my team. And the reason why I do this with my team and the reason why I've been doing it for 20 some odd years is because it's essential. It's like in life. If you don't have a target, doesn't matter which direction you're going in. You've got to set some objectives and then you work toward them by bringing great value into this world. So that's my message for you for today. If you've been thinking about doing a business, just think common sense, think logic. What would you love? What's the foundation for it? And set objectives. And of course, have fun with that as well. That's my message for today, and I will see you in the next morning manifestation message.